So I can confirm that small unmanned aerial systems were spotted in the vicinity of and over Wright-Patterson Air Force Base between the 13th and 14th of December. So there was a number of them of different shapes and sizes.
Well, that's an active Air Force base, a very sensitive one. This drone crisis continues. So many questions, no answers. It's totally bizarre. And however, I think this next gentleman, along with the other gentleman, can provide some answers. Matt Greco is a witness to the drones in Rockaway, New Jersey. Matt, thanks for being here. But the expert of the moment is Damian Neufeld. You're a drone operator. You work at something called Riders Alley Media, and you're the founder of that. I mean, you use commercial drones for a living, all kinds of projects, film and commercial. Damian, can I ask you first, what is your expert opinion of what's going on here?
I believe that these are actually government drones and that we're just not being told what they're being used for. I don't think we hear a lot of what the government does and the military does. I don't think there's any way our government would allow this to happen unless they were in control.
And when you're looking at the drones, all right, yeah, I have my suspicions of the government as well. When you, as a drone professional, what do you see in these things that tell you that they may be government drones and not just the regular drones, you get at Best Buy?
That they're flying in tight formations and that the authorities, the state authorities, aren't taking them down, probably because they're being told not to by higher up.
And when you look at one of these things, can you tell right away, like, hey, that's not from the drone industry. This is something special. Can you make that assessment right away?
I think we have a few different types of drones in the air currently. I think we do have the unspecified drones that aren't off the shelf that are probably being run by the government. But then I think that all the attention that's being brought to them is attracting people, and it's creating a sort of self-perpetuating cycle of people, of the public, sending up consumer drones to check out the suspicious drones or the unidentified drones. So, for example, last Friday I was in an airplane and we saw a off the shelf drone at 700 feet right next to an airport where it had no business belonging. Probably somebody looking to see what they could see with a drone. So many people have asked me to do exactly that.
So the possible government drones are sparking like commercial, regular people drones. Matt, tell us a little bit about what you saw when you saw it, please.
Yeah, I've been going out almost every other night and just been seeing these sometimes little dots, look like almost stars, but they're definitely not stars. And other kind of more specific like lights that are flashing on these dots that are in the sky. And they're not out tonight because tonight's pretty foggy. But if it's not a foggy night, it's pretty. You can bet they're out there pretty much every night. They've been out there. Just floating around. I can hear them buzzing from my driveway sometimes.
Hey, this one has a trail behind it, like I don't know, like contrails, chemtrails. You see that one?
Yeah, I have several people. I've been posting these on X. Every time I video them, I post them on X. Someone said that might be the reflection of the moonlight on the actual, the trail of the drone going out. I can't confirm that. I'm not sure what's causing that. But they're out there almost every night, and we still don't have any answers as to, is it a government operation? Is it a foreign entity? Is it, we just want answers. We want some kind of answer as to what they are, why they're out there every night. And up to this point, we haven't gotten really anything in terms of concrete answers as to what these are.
Right. We got Mayorkas, not known for truth telling. Here he is again this weekend trying to say it's, well, let's see what he said.
There's no question that drones are being sighted. Let me set the record straight here, George. There are thousands of drones flown every day in the United States. Recreational drones, commercial drones. That is the reality. But I want to assure the American public that we are on it. We are working in close coordination with state and local authorities.
Yeah, they're on what? You know what I mean? There's an it, but they kind of deny there's an it, but then they say they're on it. What do you make, Damian, of that statement? And also, if you don't mind, part two of that question, You're in the drone business. What would the government be up to with drones? If they are government drones, why would they be flying them close to population centers? Can you imagine what the intent would be?
I'd speculate the fact that these drones are mostly being seen at night, they are using lights. Any bad actor isn't going to use lights. That is, lights are used for safety to avoid collision with manned aircraft or other aircraft. So if they're concerned with safety, they're probably not bad actors. If they're operating at night, I'd speculate that they are using either thermal cameras, which get better contrast in temperatures between structures and the outside environment, especially in the wintertime, or it could be some sort of sensors that are used to detect other types of spectrum that receive more interference during the day.
Well, we, the taxpayer, we have given the military, we give them huge parcels of land, right? We give them Aberdeen Proving Ground, Yucca Valley. What else? Area 51. That's a real thing. It exists. They can do it there. They don't have to do it in Matt's backyard. Matt, is the community getting used to this? Are they like, oh yeah, there they are again? And then what's for dinner? I mean, what's the mood like there?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's almost people have become numb to it in a way because I mean they've been out there, like I said, almost every night since around Thanksgiving, and it hasn't really changed so much. And they, you can see them; they're clearly there. I think initially a lot of the reports were shooting it down, saying these are all airplanes. These aren't drones. Stop videoing them. It's all airplanes. But as more people have started looking up, they realize, hey, these are not all airplanes. I will say that some of the videos, there have been airplanes on them, which then makes the argument less, right? If you see some airplanes in the videos, then everyone starts thinking, oh, it's just airplanes. But there's, the consensus here in Morris County is that these are real. They're out there, and right now they're not going anywhere, and there's no answers as to what they are. I saw Trump today said, that he can confirm that it's a government entity, basically, but he wouldn't get further into how he knows that or why he knows that. But every day the story is changing. So
no, I mean he said, kind of like Damien said, it's got to be the government. That's how I interpreted that. And then they asked him like, well, you've been getting classified briefings. Can you tell us? And he said, I don't want to talk about that. So I feel like he's kind of confirming it without confirming it, which is quite frankly very thoughtful and kind of cool of him. Damien, what is it like being in the drone business when you don't have this national freak out going on? What's it like? I think they're so cool. I see them on Instagram. I kind of want one, but maybe I should let the pros do it.
It's certainly a lot calmer without this kind of attention. This definitely doesn't help.
Okay. But day in and day out, what do you do mostly? Commercials, movies? How does it work?
Mostly TV, movies when I can, and a lot of pre-visualization for New York City developers.
Wow. It's really cool. It's changed the game in so many ways, real estate, movies, you name it. It's cool stuff. Well, Damien, thank you very much. Do you know how to fly a real plane?
Yeah, I do. I have a general aviation private pilot's license.
Very cool. And Matt,
I just have my iPhone.
You what?
I just have my iPhone. I don't have a job.
Okay. Matt, what do you do when you're not looking at the sky?
I'm spending time with my kids, playing outside with them. And, it's these days, though, sometimes you don't know who's watching. So it's, would be nice to have some kind of clear cut answer from somebody as to what's going on. So,
yeah. Again, all the money we spent for 27 intelligence agencies.
New Jersey, it's not cheap around here too. So
thank you very much, Matt. Damien,
to
be continued. We'll be right back.